Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another video. And for today's video I'm going to share the third team which I have used up in the Fantasy Cup for season 14, and it's going to be a Flygon showcase. So what I feel that Flygon is actually an underrated Pokemon, but it's a really good pick in the meta. So people are mostly using Steel types, Fairy types and Giratina, to which I think Flygon does really well. It does have really good coverage in the meta because it does have Dragon Claw for the dragons and Earth Power for the steals, which hits very hard, and it's actually a steel killer but needs coverage for fairies because it is part dragon and ground. It just hard loses to fairy very badly. So to which I'll be pairing this Pokemon up with Registeel, and my closure over here will be Tapu Fini to handle out the dragons and the fairies also. My safe stab in this cup in this team is actually Registeel to lure out a potential Giratina or a potential Registeel in the meta, or maybe any other steals as well. This team worked out really well for me because with correct alignment and correct alignment, it does perform superbly well with good ratings as well. So without further more delay, let's quickly jump into the first battle over here with a lead of Perrserker in this scenario. So Perrserker, it's kind of a good lead because I have access to Earth Power to directly go for it, and now I'll be going for the first Earth Power, which does gets the first shield from my opponent's end, which is really nice because I think Perrserker in this meta is actually running close combat with Iron Head. I'm not very sure, but it does have access to Foul Play and Play Rough also, so I have to watch out for the Play Rough, to which now they goes for the first close combat and catches the next Earth Power on their Tapu Fini. This is really good because they comes out with their own Tapu Fini counter to my dragon, and for Tapu Fini I do have such a hard wall to it, being my Registeel. So they will be going for surfs over here, which does not do anything to this bulky Registeel, and I'll be going for the next Zap Cannon. So Zap Cannon does knock it out, and now they again comes back, I believe, with their Perrserker once again. Yeah, Perrserker in this meta is very squishy, so that is the reason it's not very effective in this meta, to which now I'll be going for the next Focus Blast once again to get the final shield from my opponent's end, and now I switch back into my Tapu Fini. So what I feel, since they have got Perrserker and in the backline there must be Tapu Fini along with Giratina, which is the case over here, and I have got a two shielded Tapu Fini over here alongside the Giratina origin form, which is a bit advantageous for me because it have got a really less bulk than the altered form over here, to which now I'll be going for the next Moonblast that almost knocks it out, and I can easily get the farm down with the Water Gun, and I'm able to reach to the Surf that will take care of the Perrserker in this scenario, getting the win for the first battle. So that was a really good battle, and GG's to my opponent. Moving into the next battle, I pick up a lead against Escavalier. So I was not very much sure like if I can flip this matchup over here, to which now I'll be going for the Earth Power, which I lose CMP. So this was also not known to me that I lose CMP with Escavalier over here, and if you guys can see on the graphic over here, my Flygon is not that highly ranked up because I don't want it to invest 75k once again to unlock the second charge move on a highly ranked, rather than using this one only in this meta. To which I went for the first with Earth Power, and next Dragon card to take the Escavalier out from this, and now they comes back with a hard answer to Flygon, which is going to be the Sand Slash over here, and they lets the Earth Power go through, and it was a CMP tie, which is really the best case scenario because they have to now throw the Ice Punch, which is really good, and now I can easily come back with my own Tapu Fini over here to get the Heart Farm on it, to which I come back with my Registeel to get the Heart Farm on it, and to which they comes back with their own Registeel, which is really good because I will be going for the first Focus Blast that does guarantees the first shield, and from this kind of range I thought I let the first charge move go through, and it ends up being a zap cannon. So that was a really fortunate and good call from my end. And now from this kind of range they did not got the first shield, neither they did get the attack drop over here, to which this is really good. And from this kind of range they will be going for the next focus blast, which I will be shielding up. That is very essential right now, because focus blast from this kind of range will almost knock me out, which to recognize their feat and top lives the game over here, because they did not have any win condition. GG's. Moving into the third battle, I pick up a lead against Giratina. So Giratina is obviously tough, but if I can land 3 Dragon Claws over here from the Flygon, it does knock out the Giratina over here. So if you guys can see, this does a bit of extra damage because how attack weighted Flygon is, and I do take super effective as well from the Dragon Claws over here. To which now I went for a CNP tie in this scenario, and I'll be next going for the Dragon Claw that does get the first shield from my opponent's end. And this is kind of a bit misplay, because I cannot go for back-to-back Dragon Claws in this scenario, and one Dragon Claw will not get the knockout for this Giratina over here. To which I thought, okay, let's see, I'll be going for the first Dragon Claw, and now I'll be letting this next Dragon Claw go through, and I can then come back with my own tapufini over here and get the heart farm, which is going to be really nice, because they cannot go for anything that will threat me right now. So they will be going for the next Dragon Claw over here that does not do anything, and I do get the full farm down over here. And now they comes back with their Charm Shadow Granbull over here, to which I'll be now going for the next serve that hits for neutral damage. So this is the thing that I very like about Tapu Fini over here, because of the neutral damage from Surf and Water Gun really add up on the fairies as well. And I do get the final shield from my opponent's end as well, and after building up to a bit of extra energy, I do dip in my Tapu Fini over here, and I correctly shield up the close combat, to which the final Pokemon is revealed to be a Solgaleo, which is really good. Because one flamethrower and this fire spin will not get the knockout for me, because I'm a bulky Registeel over here, but 2 focus blasts onto this Solgaleo will definitely knock it out, because it's not that very bulky and it hits for neutral damage over here, because the typings of Solgaleo is similar to Metagross, which is Psychic and Steel. So this gets the knockout for the Solgaleo over here, and they comes back with their own very low Granbull that gets the lock-on farm down and gives me win for this battle here as well. So GG's. Moving on to the fourth battle, I pick up a lead against Registeel. So this is the dream lead that I can face off, but Registeel is so bulky that it takes 2 earth powers to get the knockout for it. As you guys can see, it can withstand 1 earth power coming from a such attack weighted Pokemon like a Champ, and I can let the next Flash Cannon go through, and I did a bit of misplay once again, because I farmed up quite a bit of energy and now I have to shield, which is not very much favorable for me. But I will be building up to almost 2 earth powers over here, and be going for the first earth power, which gets the knockout, and they again now comes back with their Galarian Weezing right now, and now I'll be going for the next Dragon Claw beat, which I do get the first shield, and now I can easily outpace this Weezing to the next earth power, and I do believe it's a CMP tie. That is the best thing that can happen, which is the case, and now they will be going for the next move. So they will reveal their first move, which ends up being a Brutal Swing, and I believe they are actually running Brutal Swing with Play Rough. And now the final Pokemon is revealed to be a Shadow XL Magneton over here, which is a super spicy pick, and they will be going for neutral discharges over here. And it's such an attack weighted Pokemon that discharge does hit for quite a bit of hefty damage as well. To which I go for the first Zap Cannon over here to get the final shield from my opponent's end, and I do get the attack drop also. And from this kind of health, with the attack drop, I can survive 1 more discharge also. And now I'll be going for the next focus blast that will surely knock out the Magneton from that kind of full health also. because it's such a squishy mon, and I can easily come back with my Tapu Fini, which is having its full health, to get the farm down on this Weezing and get the win for the battle here as well. GG's. Moving into the 5th battle and the last battle of the video and the set, I pick up a lead with Snarl Granbull over here, to which I don't want to stay in this matchup because they might have access to Crunch or maybe Play Rough or maybe close combat as well, to which now I'll be coming back with my own Registeel right now. So for Registeel, I'll be going for the first Zap Cannon that does get the shield, but it does not get the attack drop right now, to which the first go for the Play Rough onto my Registeel over here, which is a good call from me once again, because going for the back-to-back close combat from this kind of range, that kind of range would have been threatening for them, because it does have the option to lower your defense by 2 stages, to which now they goes for the close combat. I draw out both the shields and Registeel can still get to one more focus blast, getting the knockout for this Perrserker and getting the switch as well. So that's the potential from Registeel, that it can do a ton of damage with a great bulk to its name as well. And now I'll be coming back with my Tapu Fini once again, and they really did a good catch onto this Escavalier of their own, which is really good. And now I'll be not switching out right now because I want them to throw the energy onto my Tapu Fini over here, because from the past battles I have seen that Drill Run onto the Flygon as well will hurt a bit, and it does almost takes it out like 50% of its health, to which now I'll be letting this first charge move go through, because Snarl Granbull will not do too much damage with the fast moves, but it will do get to his moves very fast, to which now I'll be having 2 shields on my name onto the Flygon over here, and I'll be shielding up the first Play Rough, which would have knocked me out, but I can reach to the next Earth Power before they could even throw one next move, which does guarantee the knockout for this Granbull, getting me the win for the 5th battle here as well. So this team, with this team I went on E2, which is really good because Flygon is such a hard answer to steals as well. And if you are using this team, do let me know how it is working out for you, because on ratings this is a very good team which I've made for you guys, and it have got super threat scored as well, super low threat scored as well. So that will be all for this video, and see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.